our trip to Lamington National Park included a little bit of a road trip. It was our first time on this trip driving on the left side of the road, so it definitely took some getting used to. Before we reached the entrance, we took a quick stop by the Valley Vineyards, where we had a quick picnic lunch waiting for us. Our picnic was great. It included some bread, salad, meats, fried chicken. It was overall really good. And then afterwards we had some strawberry gelato. Yum. Vineyard Wi-Fi powered by Starlink. And time to hit the road. Queensland, Florida, both Sunshine State. The road to Lamington was both windy and a bit of a squeeze. We made it to Lamington. Time to check into our hotel. We just made it to our villa, and it's huge. It's nice. Here's where we're staying. Our villa was very roomy, had a washer, dryer, and a beautiful balcony overlook. After admiring the views, we decided to check out the treetop walk, and on our way, we discovered some rosella parrots. They were everywhere. On our way, we found a friendly turkey. We also found some really interesting looking trees and vines. On the treetop walk, there were stairs where you could climb even higher into the trees. And of course, Ben just had to go. He's a lot braver than I am, but from what I heard, there wasn't much of a view. In the treetops, we heard a cat bird, and if you listen carefully, you'll hear why it's called that. We had some afternoon thunderstorms roll through, so we went back to the villa and got ready for our nighttime glowworm tour. All of that rain brought the frogs out. Ben took some nice photos of the frogs. We followed our guide through the dark forest so she could lead us to the glowworms. On our walk, we found a brown frog and a giant cricket. Our guide then found a stinging tree and explained the danger.
If you brush up against this one, grab onto it, or accidentally use it as toilet paper, you're not going to have a good time because those hairs go into your skin and can sting for up to 2 months. So when I first got here, I got told that and I didn't believe them, so I grabbed onto one. I can vouch it stings for 2 months. For 2 weeks straight, all I could feel was stinging in my hand. I ended up in the Junior Eco Rangers room trying to pour glue on to peel out the fine-like hairs. I was using tweezers, duct tape, you name it. And then after that 2 weeks, it only stung every time I washed my hands for another 2 weeks. So it's not a fun time. I don't recommend it. It's part of the stinging nettle family, and the closest relative is the gimpy further north.
We walked just a little further through the forest until we reached a spot where it was very, very dark. We were told to wait for our eyes to adjust, and finally we could see the glowworms. The next morning, we went to the bird feeding. There were rosellas everywhere. Also, let's just say, I'm really glad I wore my hat. One of the birds left a present. Because the parrots are fed in the mornings, they're really not afraid of humans, so you can find them in stores and restaurants all over the park. For the remainder of our day, we decided to take a really long hike to see a lot of waterfalls. The hike was hot, humid, and some of the path was filled with rocks and streams. For this waterfall, Ben decided to climb over the rocks to get a better view. We decided to wear long pants and long sleeves on this hike, which ended up being a good idea because there are leeches everywhere. We were told that there were a lot of leeches on this trail, and they were right. We were just pulling them off left and right. It's crazy. They look like little inchworms, and they're quicker than I thought they were. They're really quick. They get on you pretty fast. Thankfully, so far we've only found them on our pants, so the pants seem to be helping a lot, but there's quite a few of them. We're gonna have to check ourselves when we get back. It was neat to see such a variety of different waterfalls on this trail. We found more leeches, but we also found some other cool critters like lizards and even a blue crayfish. The sun was starting to set, and we hiked to what would be my favorite waterfall in Lamington. We followed the creek so we could get a top view of the waterfall and a better view of the sunset. This special place was a great way to end our time in Lamington National Park.